resentment began in year 2 of his career. I had no idea. That was the biggest surprise to me. They really outlay the reasons why, and Michael has a broken foot in year number 2 and was on a significant, severe minutes restriction, only 14 minutes per game. They are pushing for the last playoff spot in the East despite being only 30-52, 22 games under 500. They're pushing for this final playoff spot, and in game 82 against the Pacers, even though all they need to do is win to get into the playoffs, the Bulls brass still refuses to let him play. Now, the Bulls brass, the two Jerrys, Reinsdorf and Krause, insist it's because of his own health. It's simply because they don't want him to re-injure himself, because there's a chance, however minuscule, that could end his career if he comes back too soon. So they cloak it as, we don't want you to come back to save yourself. We're not going to go anywhere this year anyway. And Michael, being the utmost cutthroat competitor, said, I need to be out there. I have to be out there. And in game 82, to win one basketball game, to get into the playoffs, they still have him on the significant limits restrictions, the severe minutes restrictions. And late in the game, one basket game, 14 seconds left, they still refuse to play him and threaten the head coach at the time, we will fire you if you play Michael in these final 14 seconds. And that kills Michael, because it shows him that the brass is not into winning, it is into the business. And what they don't say but they imply is that was the Patrick Ewing year when tanking was an enormous thing, everybody trying to get Patrick Ewing, and that the Bulls were more interested in getting a high draft pick than making the playoffs. Ultimately, John Paxson hits a shot late in that game to beat the Pacers, and the Bulls make the playoffs as the 8th seed, but it's stuck with Michael since then. And I had no idea his resentment towards the front office begins year 2. I mean, you would think that his resentment built after winning some championships, becoming a global icon, all of that in the mid to late 90s. What this documentary is saying is Michael resenting and distrusting Reinsdorf and Krause begins in 1986. 86, to me, that was a real wow moment.